I returned the engagement ring while she flirted with her lover at the bar. What happened next was unreal. The man sitting across from her wasn't the real problem. The real betrayal was waiting for me at home, and it involved someone I trusted more than anyone. My name is Derek Thompson. I'm 44 years old, and I own 3 car dealerships across Oregon. I built this business from nothing, starting as a lot attendant at 19 and working my way up until I could buy my first struggling dealership at 32. 12 years later, I had 3 successful locations and a reputation for honest deals in an industry that doesn't always reward honesty. Michelle came into my life 2 years ago at a charity auction. She was 35 then, recently divorced, with a daughter named Lily who lived with Michelle's parents in Salem. Michelle said she wasn't ready to be a full-time mom yet, that she needed to find herself first after a toxic marriage. I respected that honesty, or what I thought was honesty. We got engaged 8 months ago. Small ceremony planned for next month. Nothing fancy. Just family and close friends at a vineyard outside Portland. My son Austin, 15 years old and currently at a military academy in Colorado, was supposed to be my best man. My brother Ryan, who worked as my finance manager at the main dealership, was going to stand beside him. That was before tonight. I'm standing outside the Roosevelt Room, a upscale cocktail bar in downtown Portland, watching through the window as Michelle laughs with some guy in an expensive suit. Her hand is on his forearm. She's leaning in close, whispering something that makes him smile. That smile, the one she used to give me. I've been here 20 minutes, just watching, learning what betrayal looks like in real time. She told me she had a late meeting with a former colleague from her marketing days. Said she'd be home by 9. It's 10:30 now, and she looks like she's just getting started. I pull out my phone and check the Uber confirmation that popped up on our shared tab earlier. Different address than she told me. Different name for the pickup. I felt sick when I saw it, but I needed to see for myself. Needed to confirm what my gut had been screaming for weeks. 3 nights ago, she came home at 2 in the morning smelling like whiskey and cologne that wasn't mine. When I asked about it the next morning, she rolled her eyes and said I was being paranoid. Not everything is some conspiracy. Derek, she'd said, pouring coffee like I was crazy for even asking. But I'm not crazy. I'm standing here watching the proof. I walk in the bar. The music is low, jazz or something close to it. The lighting is dim, romantic. I move through the crowd until I'm at the bar, just 15 feet from where she's sitting in a leather booth with this stranger. The bartender approaches me. Young guy, early 20s, trying to grow a beard that isn't quite there yet. "What can I get you?" he asks. I pulled a small velvet box from my jacket pocket. The engagement ring inside cost me $12,000. Princess cut diamond, platinum band. I bought it because she said it was exactly what she'd always wanted. "See that woman over there?" I point to Michelle, the one in the blue dress. He follows my finger. "Yeah. She's got a drink coming, right? Something red with a lime. Cranberry martini. Yeah, it's up next." "Good." I slide the ring box across the bar. "Put this next to it when you deliver it." His eyes go wide. "Sir, I don't think." "I'm not asking you to think," I say, keeping my voice level. "I'm asking you to deliver a ring to my fiancée. Can you do that?" He picks up the box, opens it slightly, sees the diamond. His expression shifts from confusion to understanding. "Man, I'm sorry." "Don't be sorry. Just do it." I watch him prepare the drink, place it on a small tray with the ring box beside it. He glances at me one more time, and I nod. He walks it over to her table. I can see her face when she notices the box. The smile disappears. Her hand freezes halfway to the glass. She picks up the box slowly, opens it, and her face goes pale. Then she scans the bar, looking for me. Our eyes meet. I don't blink. Don't move. I just stare at her until she understands that I know. That I saw. That it's over. I turn and walk toward the exit. I'm not running. I'm not making a scene. I'm just done. I returned the engagement ring while she flirted with her lover at the bar. What happened next was unreal. Because as I push through the door into the cold October air, I have no idea that her lover isn't the man in the expensive suit. And I have no idea that the real betrayal is waiting for me at home. I make it halfway to my truck before I hear footsteps behind me. Fast ones. "Hey, wait up, man." I stop but don't turn around. The voice belongs to the guy from the bar. The one Michelle was draped over like a coat. He jogs up beside me, hands raised like I'm holding a weapon instead of car keys. "Look, I didn't know," he says, breathing hard. I swear to God, I had no idea she was engaged. I finally look at him. Mid-30s, expensive suit, hairstyle with too much product. The kind of guy who probably drives a leased BMW and calls himself an entrepreneur. That's what they all say. I tell him, no, seriously. He runs a hand through his hair. She told me she ended things with her ex a month ago. Said you were still in the picture, but it was temporary, that you two were just working out the details. I laugh. It comes out bitter. I live with her. I slept in the same bed with her this morning. His face goes pale. Jesus. Yeah. I unlock my truck. Congratulations. You're dating a liar. We're not dating, he says quickly. We met at her gym maybe 6 weeks ago. We've gone out a few times. Tonight was supposed to be, I don't know, seeing where things go. I should leave. I should get in my truck and drive away from this conversation. But something keeps me standing there. What gym? I ask. CrossFit East Side. On Morrison Street. Michelle doesn't go to CrossFit East Side. She has a membership at Orange Theory, near the dealership. She goes 3 times a week during lunch. At least, that's what she tells me. Listen, the guy continues, pulling out his phone. Someone actually warned me about her. Look, he shows me a message from last week. The sender's name is blocked, just shows as anonymous. The message reads, if you're seeing Michelle Cole, be careful. She's not who she says she is. Trust me. I read it twice. You didn't think it was a red flag? I thought it was some bitter ex. You know how it is. He puts his phone away. I'm sorry, man. I really am. If I'd known. Forget it. I open my truck door. You dodge a bullet. Consider yourself lucky. He nods, then walks back toward the bar. I sit in my truck for a minute, hands on the steering wheel, not starting the engine. Michelle doesn't go to CrossFit East Side. So where does she go 3 times a week during lunch? I pull out my phone and open the tracking app one installed on her car last year. I did it after her car got broken into twice in the dealership parking lot. She knew about it, said it made her feel safer. I scroll back through her location history. Monday at noon. Orange Theory like she said. Wednesday at noon. Orange Theory again. Friday at noon. Not Orange Theory. Friday at noon. She was at a house in Beaverton. I zoom in on the address. It's residential. Nice neighborhood. I don't recognize it. I screenshot the address and drop it into Google Maps. Street view shows a small craftsman-style house with a red door and a well-maintained yard. My hands are shaking again. I know I should go home. I know I should sleep on this, think it through, make a rational decision. Instead, I start the truck and drive to Beaverton. It takes 23 minutes in light traffic. The house looks exactly like it did in the photos. Red door. Nice yard. Lights on inside. There's a car in the driveway. A silver Lexus with a dealer plate frame that reads Thompson Auto Group. My dealership. The car belongs to Ryan, my brother. I sit in my truck across the street, engine off, watching the house. The curtains are open in the front window. I can see movement inside. 2 people. One is definitely Michelle. The other is taller, broader. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Michelle. Where are you? I'm heading home. I type back. Running errands. Be home soon. 3 dots appear. Then disappear. Then appear again. Okay. Love you. I stare at those words until they don't look like words anymore. Just shapes. Lies in digital form. I get out of the truck and walk up to the red door. I don't knock softly. I bang on it like I'm the police. The movement inside stops. Then footsteps approach. The door opens. My brother Ryan stands there in jeans and a t-shirt, barefoot, looking like he just woke up from a nap. Derek. His face goes from confused to terrified in about 2 seconds. What are you doing here? I could ask you the same thing. I say. Behind him, Michelle appears in the hallway. She's changed clothes. No more blue dress. Now she's wearing yoga pants and one of Ryan's old college sweatshirts. She sees me and freezes. Nobody speaks for what feels like an hour, but is probably 5 seconds. Then I say the only thing that comes to mind. So how long has this been going on? Ryan doesn't answer my question. He just stands there, mouth open, looking like a kid caught stealing from the cookie jar. Except this isn't cookies. This is my life. Michelle steps forward, her hand reaching out like she's going to touch my arm. Derek, please let me explain. Don't. I take a step back. Don't touch me. Don't say my name. Just answer the question. How long? She drops her hand. Her eyes are wet now, but I don't care about her tears. Not anymore. 8 months, Ryan says quietly. His voice barely makes it past his throat. 8 months. We got engaged 8 months ago. I proposed to her on Valentine's Day at Multnomah Falls. Ryan was the first person I called afterward. He congratulated me, told me he was happy for us, opened a bottle of champagne at Sunday dinner, and toasted to our future, all while sleeping with her. You proposed to me knowing this was happening. I asked Michelle. She's crying now, real tears streaming down her face. I didn't know what to do. I loved you both. I couldn't choose. So you chose to lie to both of us. I laugh, but there's no humor in it. That's not love. That's cowardice. Ryan finally finds his voice. It wasn't supposed to happen. We fought it for months. Fought it. I turned to face him fully. You fought it. You're my brother. You work for me. You see me every single day at the dealership, and you look me in the eye and lie. I know. His face is red now. Shame. Anger, I can't tell. I know it's wrong. I try to end it. Multiple times. Clearly not hard enough. I look around the house. Is this place yours? He nods. I bought it 3 months ago. Michelle helped me pick it out. Of course she did. 3 months ago, she told me she was spending more time helping her friend apartment hunt. I believed her. I always believed her. Does anyone else know? I ask. They both shake their heads. Good. Then here's what's going to happen. I pull out my phone. I'm taking photos of both of you here, together. Then I'm going home. Tomorrow morning, Ryan, you're going to write your resignation letter. You're done at Thompson Auto Group. Derek, you can't. I can and I will. You've got 2 weeks to clear out your office. I'll have accounting review every transaction you've touched for the past year. I look at Michelle. And you? I want you out of my house by tomorrow night. Take your things and leave. Where am I supposed to go? Michelle's voice breaks. I don't care. Move in here with Romeo. Go back to your parents. Sleep in your car. It's not my problem anymore. I start taking photos. Michelle covering her face. Ryan standing there like a statue. The house. The Lexus in the driveway with my dealership's name on it. One more thing, I say, pocketing my phone. Austin comes home for Thanksgiving in 2 weeks. Neither of you will contact him. Neither of you will try to explain or justify this. If I find out you've said one word to my son, I'll make sure everyone in this city knows exactly what kind of people you are. Ryan's jaw tightens. He deserves to know the truth. He'll know the truth. From me. Not from you. I head toward my truck. You're not his uncle anymore. You're nothing. I drive home in silence. No radio. No phone calls. Just the sound of my breathing and the hum of tires on asphalt. When I get home, the house is dark. Michelle isn't back yet. Probably still at Ryan's place, crying on his shoulder about how terrible I am. I go straight to my office and pull up the dealership's financial records. If Ryan's been sleeping with my fiancée, what else has he been doing behind my back? It takes me 40 minutes to find it. Small discrepancies at first, then bigger ones. Fake customer rebates. Inflated service charges that never got past the customers. Trade-in values manipulated in the system. Over the past 18 months, Ryan has stolen approximately $187,000 from my business. I print everything. Every transaction. Every forged signature. Every piece of evidence. Then I call my attorney. It's almost midnight, but he answers on the third ring. Derek? What's wrong? I need you to draft 2 things, I tell him. A termination letter for my brother, and a criminal complaint for embezzlement. I don't sleep. I sit in my office until sunrise, documenting every theft, every lie, every betrayal. By 6 a.m., I have a file 3 inches thick. Michelle comes home at 7:30. I hear her key in the lock, hear her footsteps in the hallway. She stops outside my office door. Derek. Her voice is small, tentative. I don't answer. She opens the door anyway. She's changed clothes again, back in the blue dress from a bar. Her makeup is smudged. She looks exhausted. Can we talk? She asks. No. I don't look up from my computer. You have until 6 p.m. to pack your things and leave. After that, I'm changing the locks. This is my home too. No, it's not. Your name isn't on the deed. You don't pay the mortgage. This is my house, and I want you gone. She walks closer. I know you're hurt. Hurt. Now I look at her. Hurt is when you forget my birthday. Hurt is when you cancel plans. This isn't hurt, Michelle. This is destruction. You didn't just cheat. You cheated with my brother. You helped him steal from my company. You lied to my face every single day for 8 months. Her face goes pale. I didn't help him steal anything. I slide a printout across the desk. Then explain this. Ryan created a fake vendor account in your name. Michelle Cole Consulting. He's been funneling money through it for a year. You're listed as the account holder. She picks up the paper with shaking hands. I didn't know about this. $43,000 have been deposited into an account with your social security number. You expect me to believe you didn't notice? I swear, Derek, I didn't know. Maybe she's telling the truth. Maybe Ryan did this without her knowledge. But I'm done giving her the benefit of the doubt. Get out, I say. Now. She leaves the paper on my desk and walks out. I hear her footsteps on the stairs. Hear drawers opening in our bedroom. Hear the sound of her packing. My phone rings. It's Austin. His name lights up the screen, and my heart drops. I answer. Hey, buddy. Dad. His voice sounds wrong. Strained. Is it true? My blood goes cold. Is what true? Uncle Ryan just called me. He said you kicked him out of the company. He said you're ruining his life over a misunderstanding. I close my eyes. Ryan couldn't even give me 24 hours. Austin, listen to me. He said Michelle left you. He said you're making up lies about them because you're jealous. Austin's voice rises. What's going on? I take a breath. My son is 15 years old. He's 2,000 miles away at military school. He shouldn't have to deal with this. But he deserves the truth. Your Uncle Ryan has been stealing money from the dealership. I say slowly, clearly. And he's been having an affair with Michelle. I have proof of both. He called you because he's trying to control the narrative before I can. Silence on the other end. Austin, I'm here. His voice is different now. Colder. How long? 8 months for the affair. 18 months for the theft. More silence. I knew something was wrong. Austin finally says. Last time I was home, Michelle barely talked to me. And Uncle Ryan kept making these weird comments about how you worked too much, how you didn't appreciate what you had. He was laying groundwork, I tell him, making himself look like the good guy. I'm coming home, Austin says. I'm catching a flight today. No, you have classes. You have. Dad, I'm coming home. You need someone on your side. His voice is firm, decisive, not a kid anymore. I'll be there by tonight. He hangs up before I can argue. I sit there staring at my phone. My 15-year-old son just told me he's flying across the country to support me. Meanwhile, my brother, my own blood, is calling him to spread lies. I hear Michelle's footsteps on the stairs again. She's dragging a suitcase. She stops in the doorway one more time. I really did love you. No, I say. You love what I could give you. There's a difference. She leaves without another word. At 6:15 p.m., I change every lock in the house. Austin arrives at 10 p.m. I pick him up at PDX Airport, and the moment I see him walking through arrivals in his academy uniform, something inside me settles. He's taller than I remember, broader in the shoulders. When did my kid turn into a young man? He drops his bag and hugs me hard. Dad. Hey, buddy. I hold on longer than I probably should. You didn't have to come. Yeah, I did. He pulls back and looks at me. Really looks at me. You look terrible. Thanks. You always know what to say. We grab his bag and head to the truck. Austin doesn't talk during the drive, just stares out the window at the Portland lights. I don't push. He'll talk when he's ready. When we get home, he goes straight to the kitchen and opens the fridge. Michelle really moved out. Yesterday. Took everything that wasn't nailed down. He grabs a soda and sits at the counter. Uncle Ryan called me again this afternoon. Left a voicemail saying you were having a breakdown. That I shouldn't believe anything you told me. What did you say? I blocked his number. Austin pops open the can. I'm not stupid, Dad. I've been watching him at family dinners for months. The way he looked at Michelle when he thought nobody was paying attention. The way she'd laugh at his jokes, but barely smile at yours. You saw that. I'm 15, not blind. He takes a drink. I wanted to say something, but I thought maybe I was imagining it. Guess I wasn't. I sit down across from him. I'm sorry you had to see any of this. I'm not. His voice is firm. I'd rather know the truth than live in a lie. You taught me that. We sit in silence for a minute. Then Austin asks, what happens now? Now I press charges. Ryan stole almost $200,000 from the dealership. That's felony embezzlement. Michelle might be involved too. He set up fake accounts in her name. Good. Let them rot. There's no hesitation in his voice. No sympathy. What about the dealerships? I'll hire a new finance manager. Audit everything Ryan touched. Make sure the damage stops here. Austin nods. And Michelle's stuff? The wedding deposits. My attorney's handling it. She doesn't get anything. What about Lily? Austin asks quietly. That stops me. I'd almost forgotten about Michelle's daughter. 13 years old. living with her grandparents, probably wondering why her mom's wedding just imploded. That's not our problem, I say. She's a kid, Dad, and her mom's a disaster. Austin meets my eyes. We should at least check if she's okay. He's right. Whatever Michelle did, Lily didn't deserve to be abandoned by her mother. Again, I'll call her grandparents tomorrow. I tell him. Make sure she's all right. Austin finishes his soda and stands. I'm gonna crash. Flight was long. Austin. He stops. Thank you for coming home. Where else would I be? He heads upstairs. I sit in the kitchen alone, staring at the empty space where Michelle used to keep her coffee maker, her vitamins, her little decorative signs that said things like home is where the heart is. My phone buzzes. It's a text from my attorney, Ryan Hire Counsel. Wants to negotiate a settlement to avoid criminal charges. Interested? I type back, no. Press charges. I want this on the record. The response comes immediately. Understood. Filing tomorrow. I pour myself a bourbon and walk out to the back deck. The October air is cold, biting. I can see my breath. Tomorrow, Ryan will be arrested. Tomorrow, the whole city will know what he did. Tomorrow, everything changes. But tonight, my son is upstairs sleeping under my roof. And for the first time in 48 hours, I don't feel completely alone. The police arrest Ryan at the dealership. They do it at noon on a Thursday, right in the middle of the showroom floor with customers browsing and salespeople watching. I'm not there. I deliberately stayed away. But 3 employees call me within minutes, all saying the same thing. Ryan was walked out in handcuffs while screaming that I set him up. My sales manager, Ted Bronson, calls me directly. Derek, what the hell is going on? Ryan's been embezzling from the company for 18 months. I filed charges yesterday. The police executed a warrant this morning. Silence. Then, Jesus Christ. I need you to call an all-staff meeting for 4 p.m. today. I'll explain everything then. And Ted, keep the dealership running. Business as usual. Copy that. At 4 p.m., I stand in front of 37 employees in our main conference room. Austin insisted on coming with me. He sits in the back row, arms crossed, watching everyone. I'm going to be direct. I start. Ryan Thompson has been arrested for embezzling approximately $200,000 from this company over the past 18 months. I discovered the theft 2 days ago and immediately contacted authorities. The room erupts. Questions flying from every direction. I raise my hand. I know you have questions. Here's what I can tell you. The theft was sophisticated. Fake vendor accounts, manipulated invoices, forged authorizations. I've hired a forensic accountant to audit everything. If you worked with Ryan on any transactions, you'll likely be interviewed. Cooperate fully. A hand goes up. It's Jennifer Hayes, one of our senior salespeople. Is the dealership in danger? No. We're financially stable. The stolen amount, while significant, doesn't threaten operations. We'll recover. Another hand. Mike Torres from Service. What about our jobs? Nobody's losing their job because of this. I'm hiring a new finance manager. Everything else continues as normal. Ted speaks up from the side. What about Michelle? Is she involved? I expected this question. Michelle and I have separated. Whether she's legally involved in the theft is under investigation. That's all I'll say about my personal life. The room goes quiet. Everyone knows Michelle. She came to company picnics, Christmas parties. She was supposed to be family. Look, I continue. I know this is a shock. It was a shock to me too. But we're going to get through this the same way we've gotten through everything else, by doing our jobs well, treating customers right, and trusting each other. After the meeting, employees filter out slowly. Some stop to shake my hand. Others just nod. Austin waits until everyone's gone. You did good, Dad, he says. Thanks, buddy. We're walking to the truck when my phone rings. It's a number I don't recognize. Hello. Mr. Thompson? This is Detective Lisa Chong with Portland PD. I'm calling about Ryan Thompson's arrest. Yes. He made bail an hour ago, posted bond, and was released with conditions. No contact with you. No access to your business properties. But I want to give you a heads up. He's out. My jaw tightens. Understood. Also, he made some statements during processing. Claimed you fabricated evidence because you were angry about his relationship with your fiancée. Said the affair was consensual, and you're using the embezzlement charges as revenge. That's a lie. I know. The evidence speaks for itself. But be prepared. He's going to fight this. And he's going to make you look bad in the process. After she hangs up, Austin asks, "What did they say?" "Ryan may bail. He's out." Austin's expression darkens. "He's gonna come after you, isn't he?" "Probably." I unlock the truck. "Let him try." It's been 5 days since Ryan's arrest when my phone rings with a number I don't recognize. Salem, area code. I almost don't answer, but something makes me pick up. "Hello, Mr. Thompson." A woman's voice, older, uncertain. "This is Barbara Cole, Michelle's mother." I sit up straighter. "Mrs. Cole, I'm calling about Lily, Michelle's daughter." She pauses. "Our granddaughter. Is she all right?" "Physically, yes. Emotionally." Barbara's voice wavers. "She's devastated. Michelle hasn't called her since everything happened. Hasn't explained anything. Lily keeps asking if she did something wrong." My chest tightens. A 13-year-old girl blaming herself for her mother's failures. "That's not right," I say. "No, it's not. But that's who Michelle is. She runs when things get hard. She's been running from Lily since the day she was born." Barbara takes a breath. "Mr. Thompson, Lily really liked you. She was excited about the wedding, about having you as a stepfather. She told us you were the first man who ever asked her about school, about her friends, about what she wanted to do when she grew up." I remember those conversations. Brief ones, during the few times Michelle actually brought Lily to visit. The girl was quiet, thoughtful, always reading a book in the corner while Michelle talked about herself. "I liked her too," I tell Barbara. "She's a good kid. She wants to talk to you." I know that's asking a lot, given everything Michelle put you through. But Lily needs to know this wasn't about her, that she wasn't the reason you and her mother split. I look over at Austin, who's doing homework at the kitchen table. He's watching me, picking up on the tension in my voice. "Put her on," I say. There's rustling, then a small voice. "Mr. Thompson? Hey, Lily. You can call me Derek." "Okay." She's quiet for a moment. "My mom said you hate her, that you kicked her out because you didn't want me around." Anger flares hot in my chest. Michelle is using her own daughter as a shield, spinning lies to make herself the victim. "That's not true," I tell Lily, keeping my voice gentle but firm. "Your mom and I split because she made some very bad choices. Adult choices that had nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. Then why won't she call me?" "I don't know, Lily. I wish I had a better answer. But your mom's problems are hers, not yours. You understand that." "I think so." Her voice is so small. "I miss you. And Austin. He was nice to me at your house last summer." Austin hears his name and looks up. I mouth, "Michelle's daughter," and he immediately stands, walking over. "Lily's on the phone," I tell him. "She wanted to talk to us." Austin takes the phone without hesitation. "Hey, Lily. It's Austin." "Yeah, I remember you. You were reading that sci-fi book, right? The one with the spaceship." He pauses, listening. "No way, you finished the whole series?" "That's awesome. I watched my son talk to this girl who's essentially a stranger, treating her with kindness and normalcy she clearly doesn't get from her own mother." After a few minutes, he hands the phone back. "Lily," I say, "you've got your grandparents who love you. You've got Austin and me rooting for you. Your mom's choices don't define you. You're going to be just fine." "Thank you, Mr. Thompson. I mean, Derek." She sniffles. "Can I call you again sometime? Just to talk?" I glance at Austin. He nods. "Yeah, Lily. You can call anytime." After we hang up, Austin sits back down. "That was the right thing to do, Dad." "I know. But it's also going to make Michelle furious." "Good. Let her be mad. That kid needs someone who actually cares about her." 2 hours later, my phone explodes with texts from Michelle. She found out about the call. "How dare you talk to my daughter behind my back? You have no right to contact her. I'm calling my lawyer. This is harassment." I don't respond to any of them. Instead, I forward them all to my attorney with a note. "Michelle's now using her daughter as ammunition. Document everything." Donald replies within minutes. "Documented." This helps our case. Shows pattern of manipulation. That night, Austin asked me something I wasn't expecting. "Dad, if things get really bad with Michelle and her parents can't handle Lily, could we take her in?" "Austin, that's a big ask. She's not our responsibility. Maybe not legally, but somebody needs to care about that kid. And we've got room. He's 15 years old and already has more moral clarity than most adults I know. I don't know what I did to deserve this kid, but I'm grateful for him every single day. Let's see how things play out." I tell him. "But I promise, we won't let Lily fall through the cracks." The forensic accountant's report arrives 3 weeks after Ryan's arrest. It's 147 pages of documentation, charts, and evidence. I read every single page. The final tally is worse than I thought. $212,000 stolen over 19 months. Ryan created 11 different shell companies, all with variations of real vendor names. He manipulated the accounting software to auto-approve payments under $5,000, which he then funneled through these fake companies into accounts he controlled. And Michelle was involved, not just as a name on paperwork, but actively. The report includes email records showing her discussing payment schedules with Ryan, helping him time withdrawals to avoid triggering audits, and even suggesting new vendors to impersonate. She knew. She planned. She profited. The accountant, a meticulous woman named Patricia Sloan, calls me personally. Mr. Thompson, I've been doing this for 23 years. This is one of the most calculated embezzlement schemes I've seen outside of major corporations. Your brother is sophisticated, and Michelle Cole is not the innocent victim she's portraying. Can you testify to that in court? Absolutely. The evidence is ironclad. They're going to prison. I send the report to my attorney and the district attorney handling the criminal case. Then I do something I've been putting off. I call my parents. Mom answers on the second ring. Derek, honey, how are you holding up? I'm okay, Mom. Is Dad there? I need to talk to both of you. She puts me on speaker. Dad's voice comes through, gruff but concerned. What's going on, son? The forensic report came back. Ryan stole $212,000. Michelle helped him. They planned it together for over a year and a half. Silence. Then Mom starts crying. Soft, broken sobs that tear at my heart. I'm so sorry, Derek, Dad says. His voice is thick. I never thought Ryan would do something like this. Never in a million years. Neither did I. What happens now? Mom asked between sobs. Now the DA prosecutes. They're looking at 3 to 5 years minimum. Maybe more if they're convicted on all counts. 3 to 5 years. Mom's voice breaks completely. My boy, my baby is going to prison. Mom, he stole from me. He betrayed me. He chose this. I know he did. But he's still my son. She's crying harder now. Both of you are my sons. And I don't know how to be a mother to both of you when one hurt the other so badly. Dad takes over. Derek, you did the right thing. Ryan made his choices. He has to face the consequences. Your mother and I support you. We want you to know that. Even if it means Ryan goes to prison. Even then. Dad's voice is firm. Final. You're both our sons. But what Ryan did was wrong. And we won't defend it just because he's family. After we hang up, I sit in my office staring at the report. $212,000. 19 months. 11 shell companies. All while he smiled at me across the dinner table. All while he stood beside me at family events. All while he called me brother. Austin knocks on the door frame. You okay? Not really. But I will be. He walks in and sits across from me. Grandma and Grandpa taking a hard. Yeah, Mom's a mess. Dad's holding it together, but barely. It's not your fault, you know. What Ryan did. What Michelle did. None of that's on you. I know. But it still feels like I should have seen it coming. Should have caught it sooner. Austin shakes his head. You trusted them because that's what good people do. They took advantage of that. That makes them terrible, not you stupid. 15 years old, and already wiser than I'll ever be. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Ryan's attorney. My client wishes to make a formal settlement offer. Can we arrange a meeting? I show Austin the message. What do you think? I think he's desperate. And desperate people make mistakes. Austin stands. Meet with him. Hear him out. But don't give him anything. The next morning, I meet Ryan's attorney, Malcolm Green, at a coffee shop downtown. He's late 40s, expensive suit, the kind of lawyer who defends white-collar criminals for $600 an hour. Mr. Thompson, thank you for meeting with me, Malcolm says, extending his hand. I don't shake it. You have 30 minutes. He sits. My client is prepared to offer full restitution of the stolen funds, plus 20%, in exchange for you dropping the criminal charges. No, Mr. Thompson, prison will destroy your brother's life. He'll lose everything. His career, his reputation. He already lost those when he started stealing from me. Malcolm leans forward. He's willing to admit wrongdoing in a civil settlement. Pay damages. Give you everything you want financially. I don't want his money. I want justice. Justice. Malcolm's tone shifts. Or revenge. I stand up. This meeting is over. Wait. Malcolm pulls out a folder. Before you go, you should know. We're prepared to argue that you were aware of the financial discrepancies for months, that you only filed charges after discovering the affair, that this is a vindictive ex-fiancé weaponizing the legal system. Good luck with that. The evidence speaks for itself. I walk out. He doesn't follow. The trial starts on a cold February morning. Ryan pleads guilty to embezzlement and fraud in exchange for a reduced sentence. 3 years in prison, 5 years probation, full restitution plus damages. Michelle fights harder. Her attorney argues she was manipulated, that Ryan took advantage of her trust. But the emails tell a different story. The jury deliberates for 4 hours. Guilty on all counts. The judge sentences her to 18 months in prison, 3 years probation, and orders her to pay back her share of the stolen money, over $90,000. Michelle cries during sentencing. Her mother sits in the gallery, stone-faced. Lily isn't there. Barbara and her husband decided it was too much for a 13-year-old to witness. I don't feel triumphant. I don't feel vindicated. I just feel tired. Outside the courthouse, reporters swarm. I push through them without comment. Austin is waiting by the truck, arms crossed, watching everything with those sharp eyes that miss nothing. It's done, I tell him. Good. Can we go home now? Yeah, buddy. We can go home. That night, Barbara calls. Derek, I wanted to thank you for not dragging Lily into this, for protecting her from the worst of it. She's been through enough. Yes, she has. And she wanted me to tell you something. Barbara's voice softens. She said to tell you that you're a good man, that she hopes someone realizes that someday. My throat tightens. Tell her thank you. And tell her I meant what I said. She can call any time. 3 weeks later, my parents visit. Mom hugs me for a full minute without saying anything. Dad shakes my hand, then pulls me into a hug too. We're proud of you, Dad says. I know that doesn't fix anything, but we needed you to hear it. Ryan made his choices, Mom adds, wiping her eyes. We love him. We'll visit him. But we don't excuse what he did. We have dinner together. Me, Austin, my parents. We don't talk about Ryan or Michelle. We talk about Austin's plans for college, about the dealership's expansion into Eugene, about normal family things. It feels good. Like maybe we can rebuild what was broken. A month later, I hire a new finance manager. Her name is Caroline Jeffers, former CPA with 15 years of experience and references I checked 3 times. She's thorough, no nonsense, and she catches a small discrepancy in our accounts within her first week. Just a filing error, she tells me. But I wanted you to know I'm watching everything. That's exactly why I hired you. The dealerships thrive. Turns out removing a thief from your payroll improves profit margins. Who knew? Austin comes home for spring break. He's taller again, more confident. Military academy has been good for him. How's school? I ask over breakfast. Good. Made varsity lacrosse. Thinking about applying to West Point. West Point. That's serious. So am I. He looks at me. You taught me that. How to be serious about things that matter. How to stand up when people try to tear you down. I don't know what to say to that. So I just nod. Also, Austin continues, Lily's been texting me. She wanted advice about high school. I've been helping her. That's good of you. She's a good kid, Dad. Better than her mom ever was. He pauses. I was thinking, when I graduate academy next year, maybe we could invite her to the ceremony. Her grandparents, too. They're basically family at this point. Family. Not by blood or marriage, but by choice. By showing up. By caring when you don't have to. Yeah, I tell him. I'd like that. 8 months after the trial, I sell the house. Too many memories soaked into those walls. Too many ghosts in every room. I buy a smaller place in Lake Oswego with a view of the water. Austin helps me move in during a summer break. We spent a week painting rooms, assembling furniture, making it ours. This feels right, Austin says, standing in the kitchen. Like a fresh start. That's the idea. The dealerships are doing better than ever. We opened a 4th location in Salem, and Caroline has implemented systems that make Ryan's old schemes impossible to replicate. I see my parents regularly. Mom has accepted that Ryan will be in prison for another 2 years. She visits him monthly. I don't ask about those visits, and she doesn't offer details. Some distances take time to bridge. Michelle is in a minimum security facility in Eastern Oregon. I heard through Barbara that she's taking business classes, talking about starting over when she gets out. I wish her well. From a distance. A very far distance. Lily is thriving. She made honor roll, joined the debate team, and recently won a regional writing competition. Barbara sends me updates, and I send back congratulations and encouragement. Austin video calls her every few weeks, still playing the role of big brother she never had. On a Saturday morning in October, I'm at a coffee shop downtown when someone sits across from me without asking. I look up, ready to tell them the seat is taken, and stop. She's maybe 40, dark hair pulled back in a ponytail, wearing jeans and a sweater. She has kind eyes and a genuine smile. "I'm sorry to bother you," she says. "But you're Derek Thompson, right? You sold me a car 3 years ago. Silver Accord." I vaguely remember. "Sounds right. I just wanted to say thank you. Not for the car, though it's been great. For how you handled everything with your dealership last year. I saw the news. My ex-husband embezzled from his company and blamed everyone but himself. Seeing you hold people accountable, even your own brother, that meant something. I appreciate that. I'm Jennifer, by the way." She extends her hand. I shake it. Her grip is firm, confident. "Can I buy you a coffee?" As a thank you for the car and the integrity. I almost say no. Almost fall back on the excuse that I'm busy, that I'm not ready, that it's too soon. But then I think about Austin's advice from months ago. You deserve someone who actually loves you. And I think about Lily's letter. I hope you find someone nice. Sure, I say. I'd like that. Jennifer smiles and heads to the counter. I watch her order, watch her laugh at something the barista says, watch her navigate the world with an ease that doesn't seem forced or calculated. Maybe this is nothing. Maybe it's just coffee with a former customer. Or maybe it's the start of something real. Something honest. Either way, I'm done running for possibilities because I'm scared of being hurt again. Fear is what Michelle counted on. Fear is how she kept me off balance. Jennifer comes back with 2 coffees and sits down. "So," she says, "tell me about yourself. The real you, not the car dealer version." I smile. For the first time in a year, it doesn't feel forced. Where do I start? We talk for 2 hours. About everything and nothing. She's a graphic designer, divorced for 5 years, has a 10-year-old son who plays baseball. She's funny, self-deprecating, genuinely interested in what I have to say. When we finally part ways, she gives me her number. No pressure. But if you'd like to grab dinner sometime, I'd enjoy that. I save her number. I'll call you. I hope you do. I drive home with the radio on, windows down, October air rushing through the truck. When I get home, Austin is there, visiting for the weekend. "You look different," he says, studying my face. "Good different. I met someone. Just for coffee. Nothing serious." Austin grins. Yet, I agree. That night, I stand on my back deck looking out at the water. The sky is clear, stars bright overhead. I think about everything that happened. The betrayal, the theft, the heartbreak, the trial, the prison sentences, the shattered family. But I also think about Austin flying home to support me. About Lily finding her voice. About my parents choosing truth over comfort. About strangers showing unexpected kindness. Pain carved out parts of me I didn't know existed. But it also showed me what I'm made of. Showed me I can survive the worst. And still choose to be good. Still choose to trust. Still choose to try. My phone buzzes. A text from Jennifer. "Thanks for the coffee. Best Saturday I've had in a long time." I text back saying, "How about dinner next Friday?" Her response is immediate. It's a date. I smile and slip my phone back in my pocket. The past year nearly destroyed me. But standing here now, looking at the stars with possibility on the horizon, I realize something. I'm not just surviving anymore. I'm living.